Everyone, and we're back, or I'm back. Okay, and now I'm just back to checking her bending. I know people don't really bend like this exactly. It would be at the waist, but still just checking because you never know, something could happen that she might need to bend like that, but still trying to get rid of all the things and still deciding on whether or not this is really where I'm going to go on how I'm going to control the vest. I think the vest is going to be covered up for the most part. Nope. Or at least the back is going to be, so I don't really need to mind the back as much because the cloak is going to be there, so that's good. And at this moment, I'm still not sure exactly why it's refusing to show me, yeah, the black and white thing right there. That would be fantastic if it would show me that. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. Someone could probably comment and let me know. Just let me know nicely. Just not looking for like tons of ridicule, but yeah, no, it's YouTube. Okay, and I hope yeah, there might be some pauses in this whole thing because a lot of times I'm just going to be concentrating on just trying to get everything just right. Like right now, I'm just kind of not saying anything. I'm sure that's going to be like a bulge, but let's see how it looks. Do I mind that? I might be able to arrange that into a wrinkle. Let's go a little lower, or let's go a little higher. Okay, that's not lower. No, okay. In case anyone is curious, this is pretty much how I spend my afternoons, really. Or when I get home from 4, or when I get home around 4:30. Because honestly, I work a full-time day job, so animation is not my full-time job. It would be great if this was my full-time job. You guys would be seeing a whole lot of stuff being uploaded if this was what I did all day. You absolutely would. But yeah, you gotta pay bills, so I have a full-time job. And when I come home, I do this. And on weekends, I do this. And when I'm at my job on breaks, I'm actually just doing character designs or doing other sketches in a sketchbook. So I don't really ever leave doing this. Even when I'm actually working. And if any of you actually are curious of what I do for them, I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but I pretty much work in a warehouse facility. It's getting kind of bubbly. I don't really like that. But let's just see it in motion. Okay, got a pop. Let's try smoothing everything out. But I guess put into some filler while I'm doing this. So this whole, I mean, I've always loved animation. It's something that I've always wanted to do, every aspect of it. And the main reason I don't get or have like a huge amount of people working on is that after trying to do some freelance, I always run into people that always wanted to work for free. And when you have student loans and everything, that's just the worst position you can be in. So when I ask people for help, I try to offer them something. I never want to be one of those people that tells them like, oh, you'll get experience. And I think I kind of said that once, and I regretted it like immediately afterwards to people because I felt so terrible. So it does pretty much stay with me, and when I try to get help, I'm trying to do funding through Kickstarter so I can give them something. This may actually work. This might actually be how she's going to have her vest this time around. In the second film, she does have a cloth vest, but I found that the method that I was using to make her cloth, basically that was the biggest problem, was having her vest be cloth. And this time around, I found a different way to do cloth that I thought I could actually help it so that it didn't snag on her arms or just on her hips or anything. That's what kept happening. She would move and she'd lift up her arm and there comes the vest just strung to her arms. And it was terrible. I hated it. So I had to keep going through scenes and moving her hands around and trying to make sure that she wasn't touching any part of her body. So no hand. She could never put her hands on her hips, and that wasn't good. But this time around she could. But you saw in the last video, the vest does not like it. It does weird things, and I'm sure there's a way to figure out around it. But yeah, I don't have tons of time, so I find workarounds. I find a lot of shortcuts. Okay, so let's see what happens if she twists then. And twist. Oh, okay, well, she's not gonna go that far, but one side working, other side. Okay. So I might just increase that side a bit. But I never want to do anything to the point where it's just I'm losing the character figure that I made. Because this took a long time to make. Oh, not a long time. What you're actually seeing is the character from the first sort heavily edited to make her look like this. So, nope, okay. A little bit. I don't know if I did. I did. Okay. So, dang it. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be an easier way to deselect things. Oops. Why didn't I animate that rotate? That would have been the smart thing to do. Okay, so here, click, click, and now let's see, okay, Gertrude, let's try your twist again. Better. And I'm just going to take a moment to twist myself and see how far I can go. And, alright, so the real trick is she's going to have multiple areas of twisting. That's actually, looks like it's working out. And while I do the twist, this will go. Wait, I didn't even animate that. Okay, yeah, I screwed up that. Okay, that was just stupid. Wait, then is he? Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, no, everything's fine. All right, I just didn't select it. Okay, uh, I'm trying. Don't judge me. So okay, so I thought I'd go into, I mean, the reason why I'm trying to make these videos. I'm sure some of you probably have seen animators talking about YouTube and how it's hard to be an animator on YouTube, and it really is. It's extremely difficult. There used to be, I guess, the whole AdSense on YouTube was it was all right for animation. I mean, I was doing enough some years ago that I would get funding, not like a huge amount, actually not a huge amount by any means. It was pretty much like $100 a month. I don't like talking about exact amounts of change, but that's like not like a huge thing, and it's not like it's going on anymore. But it used to be $100 a month. That was enough money to get some foam core, some clay, and other supplies to make sets for stop motion, which is fantastic, or save up and get a program for other videos. But now now that it's changed, pretty much videos. I mean, I maybe make that amount in like a year and a half if I'm lucky. And to get that going, I'd have to post more often. So this is an attempt at that. And also to give all of you a look at the inside of exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I think her vest is working out pretty all right. I might do some more major things, but I'm liking how it was going. And now, before I close out this whole video, it may have been a little more long-winded, but anyway, let's bring in her cloak, and actually, let's first go to the first frame so it doesn't freak out like that. Well, in case any of you are thinking that, her cloak and cloth is actually connected to the animation, the actual animation body, which I know is like something you're not supposed to do because it takes up a lot of like rendering time. It's actually a collider that I'm using here. And if you're curious about the flippers are something that listening to animator who works, I think she still works at DreamWorks and worked on films like Megamind. So clearly she knows absolutely what she's talking about. So I took a lot of notes on what she was saying, but mentioned making these mittens so when the hands are moving along, they can, if they touch against the body, you won't get like a lot of fingers stuck on things. I mean, mitten is a little softer on that. If the hand goes through and I don't want it to really touch anything, I can actually just disable this I'm blanking out on exactly what it's called here. Let's sorry, so let me just take some time to okay, yeah. So anyway, you could turn off the collider of the mittens so then the hands can pass through cloth if they're having trouble sticking to anything, which is why now she can put her hands on her hips. But yeah, this is just like this is what all the cloth is attached to. It's something that's in a different program. When I'm done, I'll probably export it out and save it in a different file so that I can animate her. But of course, I'm going to want to keep her in this pose before I animate her so the cloth can fall where it needs to be. But then I'll just bring in the clothing and the collider, and I can just do a cast of the cloth and render it. But yeah, so yeah, the cloth is not attached to this main rig, it's the other rig. But anyway, I think I've gone on for enough time. I'm going to shut this down now, and all right, see you next time. Oh, actually, before I stop, I just want to say that this is, I don't know if I posted other videos before, but since I do have a lot of projects going on, you are going to see multiple progress things. I'll label what the project is for, but there's this project, There's another mixed media project called Suicide Friends that I'm working on. I will be posting progress of that one. That is a very complicated one, and it might be fun to show you how exactly that one's being made. Also, my bedroom door, so you will probably see behind the scenes of that. And along with that, I'll probably do some fun things like the speeds paint, and also some sculpting. You'll probably see some update sculpting things. But all right, so anyway, keep tuning into these projects, and I hope you're enjoying this. I'll talk to you soon.